Hi folks, this is Kevin from iCrew. This video will step through the features added and enhancements made to iCrew in the month of May 2020. First, want to welcome many new clubs to the iCrew platform. We're glad to have you on board. So first off, you'll see that the look and feel of iCrew has changed a bit in places. Like for example, in the logon screen, I'll log on here as an administrator for my fictitious club. And some changes here on the coach's homepage also. And the club homepage, just different pages, you're just going to see a little bit nicer look and feel. So many of the changes in iCrew in May had to do with boat reservations because the clubs that have joined have been joining because iCrew is going to help them get rowers back on the water. So lots of new things came up. So let's talk through the changes around boat reservations. With that, I'll take a look at the boat reservation settings and walk through each of these. So we've always had maximum minutes for a boat reservation here set for 2 hours, and the days ahead set at 9 in this case, but a couple new settings. The maximum number of reservations per member. So somebody here in this club cannot have more than 3 future reservations on the calendar at one time. And if you'd like to set a buffer between the use of a single boat or oars, here it's set at 15 minutes. So the idea there is perhaps somebody's rowing a boat and you want to allocate 15-minute buffer between the next person's use of that boat, perhaps to allow for cleaning of the equipment. And then this is a new flag to not apply these limits above, these 4 limits. If you don't want to apply those to people that own their own boat, you can check that box. Another new option, oars being optional. So in this case, perhaps your boathouse has a good supply of oars and you don't really require somebody selecting oars during the boat reservation. You can check that box. Maximum members present. This is to help limit how many people are at the boathouse at one time. The best way to explain this is with a picture. So let me show you this graphic. So here we have boat reservations. Here at 12:30, you can see this boat is coming in at 12:30 and this boat and that boat are leaving at 12:30. So there's going to be 3 people on the dock. So if your limit was at 3, nobody else would be able to make another reservation at 12:30. You can also have iCrew look not only at the people coming in at 12:30 and leaving at 12:30, but any sort of overlap. So if you want to have iCrew also count up this person that's actually on the water till 1, and this person's also on the water, as is this person, that is an option that I can turn on for you. But by default, we're looking at the exact time, how many people are on the dock at exactly 12:30. And then the on the water log is the ability to track when people go out onto the water and when they return. This is useful for contact tracing, perhaps, if somebody does come up sick with the COVID virus. The on the water log will be helpful to know who was at the boathouse at that time. And then boathouse hours, that's also a new feature where you can specify 2 blocks of time for your boathouse hours. Perhaps a morning session, and then if there's a break in the middle of the day, you can then specify hours in the afternoon. And reservations will be limited to within those time frames. So those are the changes for settings around reservations. Now let's look at the Today page and the On the Water log page. So I'm going to go to the Today page. This page, the layout has changed to be more mobile friendly. So if you're looking at this screen on your mobile phone, it's going to be a little more presentable. Let's take a look here. We've got a reservation here and it's shaded dark gray. This person went out at 6:12 and came back in at 7:15, so they're all done for the day. This teal color represents somebody on the water right now. So Victoria checked out at 8:15, expected back in at 10:30, and it's green because she has not checked back in from the water. And then later in the day, Anne is going out at 11 to 1 p.m. So let's look at the today's on the water log, and we'll uncheck my log entries only so we can see other entries. So this is a page now where you can check out to the water and back in. You can change the time here to represent the accurate time of when you either went out on the water or came back in. And you tap this button to save your changes. Also notice the note from the reservation is now included right here. Let's take a look at a new option for logging an event. So in addition to your boathouse hours, you can now create an event that represent a boathouse closure. So for example, if you come into events and say new event, perhaps you're bringing in some folks to clean up the boathouse, and that's going to happen Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And here you set this switch to represent the boathouse is closed and make it a calendar item only so folks don't see the option to toggle into this event. So again, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. on this 10th of June, the boathouse is closed. It's a calendar item entry only. Now, any boat reservations that attempt to be made will not be able to be made during this time frame. And if you go to the reservation calendar, there's the event right there. So no reservations allowed Wednesday from 10 to 1. All right, a few more changes from administrator's point of view. From the coach's homepage, if you go to fees and payments, you can now view your PayPal transactions here. And this does require that the PayPal IPN setting is on your PayPal account. And I do have instructions for that. I sent it out a while back, but basically you change some settings in PayPal that instantly notifies iCrew when a payment is made. The good thing about this feature is that it doesn't rely on a club member to click the return to merchant button after making a payment. So if you've got that turned on for your club, the PayPal records can be viewed here in iCrew. There's also a change now in how assistant admins are specified on the club profile. So if you go to the club profile, you'll see administrators and its assistant administrators all listed here. And if you change administrators, you can see your current full administrators are here and your assistants are here. You can change their roles. So perhaps making Mark an assistant. And then you can add new people to your administrator list as an assistant or an full admin. And look here for the help around the roles if you want to see the difference between a full admin and an assistant admin. Also, the role of assistant coach has been removed. Previously on a member's profile, there was a checkbox to say this person is an assistant coach. That is now removed. There was really very little difference between a coach and an assistant coach. So to make things simpler, if somebody needs coaching privileges, just go to the team they're a coach of and click Update Team Coaches and set them as a coach. There's another new page in iCrew to set a member's coaching privileges. So if I go to the roster, we'll bring up an existing coach here, go to their profile, and this person currently coaches the Masters AM team. If you click this ... button, you can then change their coaching assignments. So if this person also coaches the Masters LTR, there you go, they're now coaching both teams. Another change that you can see on the Today page, if you tap or hover over this eye icon, the coaches list will show up for that team. And also on the check-in page and the lineups page, the coaches are now listed on that page too. iCrew allows a single member to be part of multiple clubs, and previously you'd have to have contacted me to get a person added from one club to another so they have access to both clubs. That can be done now by a club administrator. So to do that, you can go to the Members tab, and when you click Register New Member, you'll see an Add Member from Other Club option. So if you do have a member that is rowing at a club that uses iCrew and they're going to also row with your club, you can now just add their account into your club roster. All right, let me show you a few changes from a athlete or member's perspective. So I'm going to log off and log back in as a regular club member. So now I'll log on as a regular member and I'll try to show how it looks from a mobile device. So let's log on. And first thing you're going to see on the My Attendance plans is upcoming boat reservations are displayed, and you can tap this icon to go change a reservation or cancel it. Also, if I go off here to the club homepage, the top navigation bar is now hidden by default on a mobile device. You can always expose it to move around. So that's just a feature to help save screen space. In addition, for folks using the Android iCrew app, there was a previous bug where if you rotated your phone from portrait to landscape mode, it would log you out of iCrew. That has been fixed. The fix is in the Play Store for Google. If you have anybody encounter any issues with trying to get the new version of the app installed, I do have a short video that shows how to get app, the new version of the app installed and working on your phone. There are some issues with having to clear some settings on your device, but we do have a short video available to show you how to do that. All right, that wraps up the changes that were made in iCrew for the month of May. Some more changes are already underway for June based on some feedback and suggestions from the iCrew community. Hope everybody's staying healthy and safe. Thank you.